Alright, you'll have to forgive the mess because we're still in the middle of construction. But there's my solar panels with the mount. And if you follow that down to that little box there in the middle, there's the combiner box. It's got a GFI circuit and stuff. And then the trench goes over to the edge of the cabin, which goes in right there at the cabin. And then the little white tube coming out is the exhaust fan for the battery box. The yellow cord is so you can plug in the generator if you didn't get enough sun for about 3 days, is what my system's supposed to do. So as long as the batteries are fully charged, it should last 3 days without having to use the generator. So living here in the San Luis Valley with Mount Blanca behind you, you have like 350 days of sunshine a year, so you shouldn't have to use that too much. And I'll show you what it looks like inside the cabin. There's a little solar emergency motion sensor light on the outside. I haven't finished yet either. So, and I'll back it up. You can see the cabin. So 16 by 16's got a loft. We finished the trim. We're staining today too. And got this little temporary deck on here. We're gonna put a full back porch and a front porch on, and then probably expand off this side right here in the spring. Alright, I'll take you inside. Alright, here is the main part of the solar system. It's a MagnaSign inverter with they call it like their, I don't know, combiner box or whatever. It's got all your DC circuits and AC circuits, and it's a charge controller. The charge controller is right there. It's a TriStar. And then right there you can see it's just a bus bar for my DC wires. And then there's my positive wires. And then the AC coming out of the inverter just going to this little just a little sub panel box, because I only have 3 AC circuits. I got 4 in there, but one of them's not being used. I can expand up. And then off the bottom of that you can see that gray PVC pipe. That's where the battery cables go into the inverter box itself. And then the white deal, white PVC, is for a power vent fan. So when the batteries are being charged, that little vent comes on, and it exhausts all them poisonous gases outside. And I showed you where that was. There's a screen on there so bugs can't come in. There's the battery box I built. It's sealed up with silicone on all the edges. The gases rise and go out the top. Then I put a silicone gasket all the way around the top, and then I lock it down. It seems to be working. And then off the side of that box, you can see right down there, there's a screened vent hole down at the very bottom too, so that way the air can pull through the box. You want it on the opposite side of where your fan is. And then for in the house itself, I got these little switches right here. They're DC switches, just like what you could get at an RV supply store, and that's exactly what they are. You can see the DC wires on them. And if you look up to my kitchen, that's my kitchen light there. They flip on with this switch right here, so you don't have to get down and flip them on. Those are all LED lights. Pretty bright. I mean, it's pretty bright in here today because of the sunshine. So, but anyway, the amount of power these little lights pull, I have that double light there. I've got a double light up on stairs. There's my attic ladder to get into my loft, so nobody falls out and hurts themselves. This is how I'm going to finish the switches. But I have this switch here set up, so when I turn it on, the upstairs light comes on, and then you can turn the upstairs light off with another switch. Kind of like having a 3-way switch, but that way you don't have to walk up that set of stairs in the dark. Those lights, I've got one in every room. So there's one in this little bedroom, and there's one in the bathroom over there, one in the utility room, this double one in the kitchen, and then there's 3 more upstairs. If my calculations are right, I could leave every light on in the house for 24 hours a day, never turn them off, and it would only take about 45 minutes worth of sunshine for that power. So that'll never happen, but it's still kind of neat. They don't take very much. So that little gray canister there on the side of that, that's a lightning arrestor. There's one out on that controller box outside, and then there's two in here. They go for the input and the output of the inverter, so that way if you do have an electrical storm or something, it doesn't fry your whole system. Should just take those out, so kind of like a fuse. Anyway, so there's the system, and she's up and running. That little vent fan's going right now. You might be able to hear that little buzzing sound. It's not too annoying. What does this show we're getting here? It says the batteries are at 14 volts and 32 amps. And then this guy here says that we're inverting and says that my voltage is at about 13.7. So, yep, you can hear that little fan buzzing right along because those batteries are being charged up. These are DC circuits right here. They actually come off, one of them anyway, they pop on. This one here is actually to turn the charge controller on, and then the rest are for different circuits, lights. And I've got in here, because my wife and kid like to charge their iPods and all that kind of stuff, so in several places in the house I have these 12 volt wall outlets, just like you'd have in a regular camper or what have you. And then right here I have my daughter's phone plugged in, and it is charging. I wanted to see if it was working, and if you can see it, it's charging right along. So I'm making electricity with the sun. This unfinished circuit right here is for my Sundancer solar refrigerator. So once I get things finished, I'll show you guys the finished product, and hopefully this mess will be all cleaned up too. So maybe I can get somebody else to do that part. Alright, see you later.